And it's when I started asking myself this question: could these outside influences, could these outside external things have some effect on enhancing the symptoms I experience with narcolepsy? Hello everybody, and welcome to the Natural Narcolepsy YouTube channel. My name is Jerry and I'm excited to have you guys here. Today's video topic, we're going to be talking about getting better sleep with narcolepsy. And on top of getting better sleep with narcolepsy, we're going to be talking about a particular topic that really nobody is talking about that could be associated with some of your symptoms. This topic can cause symptoms of fatigue, insomnia, depression, anxiety, and a long list of other symptoms. So we're going to get right into that. If you guys are new to the channel, if you guys don't know who I am a fellow narcoleptic myself. I've had narcolepsy for 10 years. In the past 2 years, I've been completely natural, no medication or anything like that. And I wanted to start this channel for individuals who are looking for alternative resources to have more energy in their life. And that could be with narcolepsy, doing it the natural way, or that could be, using medication and looking for other alternatives to supplement that medication. If you guys are new to the channel and want to see more of this content, go ahead and subscribe. If you like the video, I would appreciate the thumbs up. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First, before we start with the tips, we need to cover some basic background information. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys, so first thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about the nervous system, all right? Because the nervous system is going to play a big role in what I'm going to be showing you guys and how our nervous system being imbalanced can really affect our sleep. It can really affect our energy levels, and it can really affect our mood. All right, so let's do some quick background information on the nervous system. It's going to be super quick. Don't glaze over. I promise you, these details are going to be really important for what I want to talk about today. All right. So we have two parts of our nervous system. We have the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is our rest and digest. All right. This is known as our rest and digest state. Just like this little monkey here, he's chilling out. He's hanging out, he's having a good time, he's not stressed at all, right? And in our rest and digest state, it is exactly that. Our body is resting and our body is digesting food. So the reason that this state is really important for us, obviously, is having food properly digest allows us to really absorb all of the nutrients that we're eating from our food, right? That obviously gives us energy, that makes us feel good. On top of that, it allows muscles to repair. It allows our muscles to relax, and it allows our brain to relax as well. Okay, and on top of that, it also regulates a lot of our normal body functions. Okay, I'm not going to get into those today because they're not really important for what we're going to be talking about. All right, you just need to know that this is our rest and digest state. Now, the sympathetic nervous system is all the way on the other side of the spectrum, right? This is our fight or flight state. And just like Iron Man over here, I am an Avengers fan, all right? So Iron Man, this is our fight or flight, think sympathetic fight or flight state, all right? This is an activated stress response to deal with any current threat, all right? And this is what this does. What happens is when our body perceives a threat, it enhances our strength, right? This is when you feel your adrenaline pumping, when you feel your energy, when your heart rate increases, your senses heighten. And this is really important. This is great for dealing with real threats in life, right? Like if you were approached by a deadly animal, or if you were hanging for your life on the edge of a cliff. Very important to have increased strength, to have increased focus in those circumstances. But what happens is this stress response has evolved to also activate during perceived threats, all right? And a perceived threat could be really anything around us. And it really, our life is bombarded with perceived threats. So this could be stress at work, right? You have a deadline, your boss is on your ass, whatever that may be. Social media, somebody talking bad to you, getting texts that are, about tragedies or whatever it is, or traffic, or really the list goes on and on and on for perceived threats. All right. So the problem of these perceived threats is when we're constantly in this stressed state, we never allow our body to enter that parasympathetic state, right? This relaxed state, okay? And so if we're in this constant fight or flight state from all of these outside stresses, our body becomes imbalanced, right? We have a chemical imbalance in our body and we don't get to recover, we don't get to relax. And that causes, like I said, a severe imbalance, all right? And what happens when we're imbalanced, when we're too stressed out or when we don't have that rest and relaxation state, here are some of the symptoms, right? Agitation, frustration, moodiness, feeling overwhelmed, difficulty quieting the mind, low self-esteem, depression, headache, fatigues, brain fog, inability to concentrate, poor mood, anxiety, insomnia, all right? All of these things, right? This is just to name a few of being too far in your sympathetic state or being too stressed out. All of these things for me, this was my list of symptoms when my narcolepsy was at its worst, right? When I was trying to figure stuff out, when I feel like I couldn't wake up, when I was up at night, I had a bad mood, I had insomnia, and then I would sleep all day long, and I had low self-esteem, and I was agitated, and nobody could talk to me because I was cranky in a bad mood, and I couldn't think, I couldn't concentrate, right? And all of these things, I would just blame on my narcolepsy. I would just say, I have narcolepsy, that's because of my narcolepsy, I can't fix it, I'm not going to worry about it, right? And it's when I started asking myself this question, could these outside influences, could these outside external things have some effect on enhancing the symptoms I experience with narcolepsy? And again, here, listen, I'm not downplaying narcolepsy at all. I'm not downplaying the effects of it. I'm not pretending to know what anyone feels like. But for me, that one question saying, could these external factors be enhancing the symptoms I'm having with narcolepsy? That's when things started to really, really change for me. And another thing, like when we think about perceived stress, when we think about, okay, that makes sense, Jerry, perceived stress at work, perceived stress, on your cell phone or social media or whatever it may be, that makes sense. But for me, I think I go back and I think about the mental toll of having narcolepsy, right? When I go out in public, I want to be presented in a certain way. I want to be social. I want to be friendly. I want to be happy. I want to be energized. And I'm constantly worried about, am I going to get tired here soon? Am I going to fall asleep? Am I being too antisocial? Are people judging me because I look tired? Do I look as tired as I feel right now? Or I just want to stay awake to get out of this situation, right? When you constantly feel like that, you never feel safe, right? You're not in a safe environment. You're not in a safe place. And when you don't feel safe, you go into your stressed mode, right? So I think about it, and I was just constantly living in this constant cycle of stress. And because of that, because of me worrying about the effects of narcolepsy, put me in this highly stressed state, right? And then all of these things started compiling and really enhancing the side effects of my narcolepsy. And again, I'm not saying this is for everyone. I'm not saying this is how it works. I'm not saying you're stressed. I'm not saying any of that stuff. What I am saying, though, is for me, that what I've experienced over the last few years, this is worth considering, okay? Cool. So let's go to our tips now, our tips for getting better sleep, all right? Obviously, number one, as we just talked about, decrease your stress, all right? So how do we do that? How do we do that in a world that is literally designed and is full of stressful situations, all right? So first, cut out any unnecessary stresses, right? I'm not saying avoid stressful situations. I'm saying if something is unnecessary in your life, you see it, you have a negative person in your life that stresses you out all the time and doesn't benefit you, or something along those lines, cut it out of your life, right? The next thing is learning to change your relationship with stressful situations. And this is difficult. I'm still working on this. I am by no means a Zen master or anything of the sort, right? But what I can say is noticing when I'm feeling stressed, right? When I am in a stressful environment, when I am at work and I'm under deadline or whatever it is, and I start to feel the stress coming on, just realizing like, oh, I am feeling stressed right now, has allowed me to start to change my relationship with it, to realize that the situation may not be as bad as it feels, right? Maybe the situation isn't it's probably not life or death, right? It's probably tomorrow will probably come and tomorrow I will probably be fine. And that was kind of my first steps to start to deal with this. And one of the techniques that I've used is called box breathing. All right, so box breathing is when you're in a stressful situation. You could use it anytime. Super simple. It is a 4-second breath in, a 4-second hold, and a 4-second breath out. And you repeat that 5 to 10 times until you feel relaxed. And this is scientifically proven to put you into a parasympathetic or relaxed state. All right. Another thing, social media fasting. This one, I deleted social media off my phone it was about 3 months. Amazing, right? It was really amazing. And now what I do is I only allow myself to do certain periods of time on social media, right? I don't allow myself to go through and scroll at any time and to check it periodically through the day. I have set periods of time where I go on, I can use it, and then after that I shut it down, right? Because when you're on social media, that's a lot of information coming in really, really fast, right? So see how that helps you. And last one, before we go to bed, before you're trying to go to bed, allow yourself some wind down time that is away from electronics. Right? Electronics are very stimulating for your brain, right? They create a lot of thoughts. Things are going on really, really fast. Try to change up your nightly routine, right? Do something like reading or journaling or have a conversation with your spouse or whatever it may be, listening to music, something calm, something relaxing, something not overly stimulating so that when you do go to bed, you're able to fall asleep better, okay? Number 2, routines and rituals. Your body loves routines. Your body loves routines, okay? And a quick story I have to prove that is they did a study with these individuals who they had them start working out at a set time in the morning. And they had them do that for 30 days, working out at the exact same time every morning. And what they realized that about 30 minutes before that workout time, after the 30 days, about 30 minutes before the workout time, their heart rate started to increase. So their body started preparing for the workout before they ever entered the gym, before they ever got in their car, before anything, they started thinking about it, anything like that. Their body naturally was preparing for the gym. So you know that the body clock, it's a real thing, right? And that works with your sleep as well. So commit to a sleeping routine. Try to go to bed at the same time at night. Really try to wake up in the same time in the morning. I know it's difficult, especially with the weekends, but try. Really, really try, especially waking up at the same time. If you had to pick one or the other, I would say waking up at the same time is probably the most important, all right? Sleep in a dark room, and also meditation, like a body scan. It's called a meditative body scan before you go to bed can really help you relax, all right? And basically what a meditative body scan is somebody walking you through and relaxing individual muscles at a time, okay? So they'll start with your feet, relaxing your calves, relaxing your quads, one muscle group at a time. And this sounds super corny, I know, it sounds silly, but I promise you, if you go and you do it and you try and you give it effort, you will be surprised. You will really be surprised on how effective it actually is and how tight you actually are before you go to bed, right? If you're tight and tense when you try to go to bed and you try to go to sleep, your body can't relax, right? It's not in that relaxed state. So we want to give it as much relaxation as possible. And the last thing I'll say about this, guys, is be patient. It takes time to change your body. It takes time to change your routines. It takes time to change your physiology. If you try this stuff for 3 days and it doesn't work and you're not waking up magically energized and ready to go, you're not giving it enough time. I promise you, it takes time, it takes commitment. So be patient with it and be patient with yourself. All right, last one. Tip number 3, the bedroom is for sleeping, right? Keep stuff out of your bedroom. Keep distractions out of your bedroom. You need to make the bedroom your sacred place to sleep and relax. All right, keep electronics out of there. No TV in your bedroom. Definitely keep your phone out. Because like this guy in the picture here, if you, like I said, your body's used to routine. So if you constantly are scrolling on your phone in bed, when you go and lay in bed, your brain wants to be entertained by your phone, all right? And I'm gonna do a whole nother video on social media and phone and your brain and all that stuff, because it's a really, really important topic. But for now, just know that your body and brain will associate those two things, bed, entertained, right? We want to associate bed and restful sleep. That's what we want to do, right? So try to make that area sacred for bedtime, right? And avoid lounging, hanging out in your bed. I know it's fun. I am guilty as anybody of hanging out in bed, flipping on the TV and making some breakfast and hanging out breakfast in bed style, watching movies all day. I am guilty of it, right? So I'm not pointing the finger here, but I am saying, it's been really helpful to make that my sacred sleep room, right? Extracurricular activities with your couple or partner, totally acceptable in the bedroom, all right? You know what I'm talking about. And that's it, guys. I hope you got some really valuable information from here. I hope you guys are able to utilize these tips and strategies. If you guys haven't checked out our Facebook group, you guys like this content, and you guys haven't checked out our Facebook group, definitely check it out because we put out more content like this, including live events and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm going to put that down below, the link down below in the description, or you can go to Facebook and type in Natural Narcolepsy Facebook group. All right, you'll see this mug in there. Really cool. Come check it out. Outside of that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this concept. Subscribe, like, all of that stuff. I hope to have some more good content out for you guys. Keep working at it. This stuff is difficult, right? This stuff is tough. No matter what I say, no matter what tips I give, the first year of me going through this route was very difficult. All right, so I don't want to downplay at all the difficulty of just, it's easy as 1, 2, 3, because I know that it's not. All right, but I can say that you can make small incremental process each and every day. Right, if we make a little bit of progress week 1, we make a little bit of progress week 2, make a little bit of progress week 3. Over the year, that combines and that compiles. Right, So keep working at it, keep a positive attitude, join the Facebook group. We're going to have lots of support in there. And besides that, we'll see you guys in the next video.